or please
Oh,
stop
oh,
sending death threats to anyone that has been saying things about Inquisitor. Oh, like all of a sudden you guys didn't
oh, like
deserve that
yourself?
shit?
Like yourself? Like the people you whipped into a frenzy?
Yeah. But yeah, this story is extremely sad and like is one of those ones that like I save personally because it hit me on a different level. I don't know how to explain it. It's like the extreme dad stuff. It's just the injustice to somebody who's innocent and like what it does to their life.
Innocence until proven guilty has been the mantra of the justice system for centuries. But when it comes to e-celebs, it's often the opposite. Many creators have been targeted by cancellation attempts over the years, and there have been a fair number of cases when these attempts were proven valid and had merit. However, sometimes these attempts are completely unfounded and more like a witch hunt. Several times now, influencers have had their entire career ruined over allegations that eventually are proven to be untrue, or at least had very little evidence to support anything, and they've never been able to crawl back from it. Today's story, however, is a bit more complicated. When questionable
I remember
DMs can
that.
lead to death.
Okay.
Inquisitor Ghost, a 23-year-old man hailing from Italy, gained considerable popularity on TikTok and Instagram with an impressive following of over 100,000 devoted fans. Ghost was widely recognized for his cosplaying content, which predominantly revolved around TikTok trends, lip dubs, and a sprinkling of thirst traps. His main claim to fame would be his cosplays around the Ghost character from Call of Duty. And also notably, one of the defining features of his content was the incorporation of a red lightsaber, alongside whatever TikTok dance he would be doing.
You need to roll under the radar to get this done.
So you've seen some of this guy's stuff and you're familiar with it enough.
Yeah, like I know the guy, and I've
It seemed
heard
like he
some of the story, like,
Okay.
but
Do
I
you know
don't know
do you
like
know the
the
ending?
detail.
Like what happened and all that?
I heard.
Okay.
This is what I heard. I don't know if it's that, but he committed unalive.
Yes, he definitely did. And it's
Okay,
awful.
okay.
Um
It reminds me of the oh fuck. I forget. Give me 1 second.
No problem. See, like this reminds me of another thing that Tom actually covered under Turkey Tom channel, and it was the femboy um like Discord server where they were like trying to convert. It was like either a Reddit or a Discord server, and they were trying to basically like Keffel's fucking young men, and like
Yeah.
have them be like femboys and stuff like that, and like have this harem, and it was almost cult like, and it was just fucking weird and disgusting, and it got into a lot of weird fetish stuff, and this kid ended up getting pressured to the point that he tarped his room and committed um assault
Unalive.
assault by shotgun on his head.
Aw.
Yeah. So, and it's like it's bad because the video in full exists and you hear when the parents find it.
Oh.
And this was a live stream, and there's other people in the live stream like freaking the fuck out and everything else. It is traumatizing to listen to.
Jeez.
Yeah,
Because reminds me of Alec Holowaka. I don't know if
okay.
you know him.
Not by name.
Okay, so this is actually goes back to Gamergate.
Okay.
So there was this game called A Night in the Woods.
Okay.
It's this really adorable, sweet coming of age tale where you play as this little like cat girl, not like a cat girl, like like an anthro cat,
Okay.
and it's
Okay. So kind of like furry-esque.
yeah, but it's like that sort of like adorable, like oh we're just like happy tree friends, la 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 la, like
Yeah.
you know, and it's like this coming of age tale is like she goes to college and she comes home, and it's sort of like that bittersweet. Like I remember feeling that way around 1820.
Okay.
That's sort of like a growing coming of age, coming back home, not feeling like you fit in or not feeling right, and it's like this beautiful tale of like reconnecting with friends, saying goodbye to friends who are going off on their own journey, and beautiful, beautiful storyline, amazing game. Well, he worked on it,
Okay.
and at this time, he was dating somebody.
Okay.
That person was Zoe Quinn.
Oh my god.
Zoe
Okay.
Quinn comes out and
Well,
accuses him of abuse.
Oh.
Turns all of Twitter against him to the point where he gets death threats and he commits suicide.
Oh my god.
She effectively pressures him to die. Like, I would 100% without a doubt say, like, she killed him.
Wow.
The
This
false
sounds like
accusation.
the fucking comic book dude. I can't think of his name. But recently a similar thing happened with that. And it
Yeah,
was all over the Comicsgate stuff. Basically, this guy was falsely accused. Even though like he cleared his name, he was still getting hit with stuff, and eventually he endgamed. And like the endgaming basically led to a bunch of people being called out and being like, "You did this. Like, I hope you
yeah,
understand. This blood is on your hands."
yeah. And Zoe Quinn has faced nothing for it. There's been plenty outside of some social media people calling her a murderer and her being all upsteady over it. But
Oh man.
she would say that he abused her. He kept her locked up. And then after he unfortunately left us on
Yeah.
this plane of existence, they looked into it. There's fucking pictures on her Instagram of her out partying.
So it totally just debunks all of that bullshit.
Yes. So she pressured people into hating her ex-boyfriend to the point where he commits suicide. And she just walks away and brushes her hands. Well, I didn't want him to do it. Oopsie doodle.
Oh my god.
And then sort of like hand waves it off.
I'm such
Like,
a
no, that,
Sagittarius kind of moment.
yeah, well, Gamergate. I suffered abuse at Gamergate. Yeah, well, you know what? Maybe it should have been a little bit harder on you.
Yeah.
Okay? Because, I'm sorry, like, you're the exact same people as like Brianna Wu going out there screaming, "They got snipers after me!"
Oh my
Like,
god.
but yeah, no, that's exactly kind of how that happened. Like, when you basically twist social media to act as a bludgeon, and then they can sort of like throw their hands up. Well, I didn't shoot them. I didn't.
Jesus. Yeah.
But you pressure them into suicide.
Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah. It is astounding that we've come up with this many accounts of like this happening.
And there's no accountability for it. Like, I
No.
don't understand. I don't understand why we can sit here and fucking see that Zoe Quinn made a false accusation that's disprovable with actual pictures from her own official accounts. That we do not actually look at her and be like, you incited a harassment campaign that ended up in a suicide. You are guilty of murder. I think
Yeah.
it's absolutely horrific that as a society we have not gotten to that point. But we will fucking go on out here and fucking go and be like,
Moralize.
oh yeah, like, oh yeah, no, Katie Bugs had
She
her
was
side touched, so she was
yeah.
assaulted. But we look the other way when somebody was literally pushed to the point where they ended their own life. That someone had to bury their own child
I'm gonna
because of
sound
a false accusation.
I'm gonna sound awful right now. I'm gonna sound that misogynistic kind of guy. But you notice like every story we've told, it's a male doing it.
Well, that's the issue. Because society has gotten so to the point where like they're so afraid of like misogyny, we've
Yeah.
swung to misandry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Oh my god. Alright, I'll play this more.
He was just a guy having fun making these edits, but as he got more popular, he would start putting more effort into his content. To step up his game, he started bringing in people who were better at editing, and one of them happened to be a girl named AJ. They worked together for a while, and Ghost really liked AJ's edits. This led him to talk in AJ's DMs, where things apparently got more intimate. There were DMs to the effect of, "I love you, I'ma marry you," and he also was calling her honey and stuff like that. He even shared the personal detail that his real name was Vincent. Now, it's not entirely clear what Ghost's intentions were with those messages. Out of context, you could, claim a lot about them, but it's possible he was just being friendly and expressing happiness about how good her edits were, rather than a real romantic connection. I personally have had friends in the past who, no matter what the f you do, they'll be like,
Oh my god, I love you.
Little gay, no?
but hey, that's fine. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Ghost would then talk to Diana, who was one of AJ's friends. Ghost mentioned that AJ was too far away and too young when Diana brought up the idea of marriage. He did actually say that she was his type as well. Diana then inquired about AJ's age, and Ghost revealed that she was around 17 or 18. And he clearly said here, "I don't really want to get in trouble." Diana then says, "File ass," and he says, "Okay." Now, Ghost was 23 years old, and it seems like he was pretty aware he didn't want to get mixed up with someone that young. But regardless of that, the DMs are a little bit concerning. The ones prior, you never really know what's going on there. If she was actually 16 or 17, that would have been pretty bad. But here she says she's 17 or 18. I mean, if she was 18 years old, I don't think anybody would care about that, legal age, whatever. But AJ noticed Ghost's messages, and apparently she became uncomfortable with with his tone. But she chose not to confront him directly. Instead, she confided in her boyfriend, Tito, who's also a cosplayer. Despite discussing the issue, they decided not to take any action, and the matter was put on hold. 6 months later, Ghost severed ties with AJ, leading her to cease editing for him. With her editing job now taken away and possibly harboring some resentment, AJ revisited those messages with her boyfriend. Their collaboration aimed to uncover more information to publicly expose Ghost, and they searched for any possible evidence of Ghost being a horrible person. AJ would text Tito saying, "Well, what are we gonna do?" To which he responded with, "It's not a life or death crisis, and here's what I want you to do. I want you to keep flirting with him and see where it goes. If he starts to get sexual, then I will expose him. We just need better and more proof." Isn't that a lot of proof? Baby, we need a reason for him to get canceled. Flirting is one thing, sexting is another. Now, AJ
those text messages and just the fact that you're going into it purposely to get rid of somebody, like,
It's malicious.
it screams a fucking extreme dad situation too. And then like you're just literally baiting somebody to cancel them because you don't like them.
I'm sorry, this should be a crime because this is all premeditated bullshit.
Yes.
This is premeditated. Like this is like an actual standard. Like if this person would have went and stabbed Ghost, it would have been premeditated murder.
Yeah.
Like this is all outside of what? Oh, well, we just incited a harassment campaign and tried to expose him. So it's not like real.
Yeah.
No, it's fucking real.
Well,
I'm sorry.
Let's sit there and say, like, okay, we have a lot of the pedo hunters, the vitalities, the fucking Rosans and all that, and like we'll shame them if they do something wrong that impedes to the point that the person walks free, but yet we're gonna excuse and hand wave this kind of shit where it's like they're literally baiting somebody just to expose them. This should be just as fucking bad and viewed just as badly.
Yeah.
I just don't get it.
Jay is reaching out to Ghost through a fake account, attempting to engage in flirtatious conversation. She expresses a lot of enthusiasm, saying things like, "Hi, I love you, let's date," in hopes of eliciting a flirtatious response from Ghost. However, Ghost remains unresponsive to these advances. When AJ tries to inquire about getting to know him, Ghost simply replies with a firm, "Nope." She then says, "Why? I'm not a minor," and he says, "I'm not interested, I'm sorry." Ghost had essentially thrown cold water on AJ's scheme, but she still went forward trying to expose him and messaged a Discord moderator from the server that they shared, showing the original screenshots of Ghost being pretty overly friendly. This moderator would then message Ghost saying, "Hey, so I hate to bring this up, this is in no way a personal attack on you, but there have been some problematic things brought to the mod team of the server. Someone has brought us screenshots of conversations that seem really off, but we don't feel like we're getting the full story. So we wanted to ask for your side for more context. We're not taking any direct action right now, we just want your side of the story." Ghost vehemently denied the allegations, saying that he was in no way a PDF file. Jay, the mod, would say that there were screenshots, but that they seemed to be lacking any sort of context. Jay then showed Ghost the screenshots from back in March, in which Ghost said he didn't even know she was a minor, and that he was only being nice to her. Also, they never told me I was somehow making them uncomfortable in any way, because it was kind of clear I didn't have any intentions rather than being friends and mutuals. Ghost then theorized as to what her motivation would be for accusing him of this, saying, "It's incredible how people really want to hurt others. I think AJ got mad because I stopped talking to her since some people told me that she isn't a very good person." Ghost then revealed that AJ admitted on her new spam account that she was actually, AJ. She apparently had DM'd him saying that she never tried to expose him, and that she just wanted to talk with him again. Ghost was having none of this and responded with a screenshot of AJ saying in the server they shared, "You do know he's a P word, right? I got a lot of proof. Ha 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 ha." Or actually it says HQ, whatever that means. Now, on the surface, Ghost was pretty upfront about not wanting minors messaging him. It even said it in his TikTok bio. But obviously that's not proof that he is or isn't one way or the other, He could easily have that and then secretly be some kind of evil person. But at the time we just didn't have proof he was any kind of evil person, any kind of PDF file. All we had is the somewhat questionable but contextless DMs with AJ. But AJ's crusade against Ghost didn't stop at Discord mods. She would then message another famous TikToker named Keegan's Mask to try and expose Ghost. Keegan would absolutely run with this story, and soon a wildfire of rumors would spread about Ghost being a pedo. A dogpiling began, with several very popular cosplaying TikTokers making videos about him. Bravo07, someone with 300,000 followers, would make a video saying how Ghost always gave him an ick and how he deserved to be exposed by this.
And now I'm going to talk about Inquisitor Ghost. I've seen a lot of proof about this cosplayer, this content creator that always gave me the ick. He always seemed over the top.
Can I just say, I despise some of the fucking terms and language and manipulation tactics that some of, like, the younger generations have been using with the ick and, like, creepy, I've heard a lot, and stuff like that, with the insinuations of what those words mean. And you're implicating somebody as being a pedophile with just, like, limited PG platform-friendly fucking terms. Like, let's be honest about what you're doing.
Do you want to remind me of?
What?
Have you read 1984?
Oh, yeah. Orwell, yeah.
Doesn't it seem very Orwellian, like mini true, like how they would be like instead of bad they go like non-good?
Yeah, and it's
Doesn't it seem very Orwellian with the way that they're phrasing things?
Yeah, they're just shifting the scale. So they're taking the scale from where it's like, oh, that guy is like sexual harasser or sex pest, or he's talked to minors, so he's pedophile or whatever, like those terms. And now we've slid it down the scale to where we're taking minor terms of creepy, and this shit, like we're just contorting it to where we're using those terms now to explain those fucking words. Like, he gave me the ick. Like, the fuck does that actually... that should mean absolutely nothing.
Well, at most that should be like, it, when you give somebody the ick, it should mean like you're minorly uncomfortable.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Like the actual ick, like like when
Yeah.
you're like touch
Not
something and it's like
not this
eh.
like not this like, oh, we need to campaign to get rid of this fucking person and drive them fucking insane.
Yeah, that's
Mind you,
like
you're
I said.
doing all this shit while hiding your fucking face on the platform. You're gonna say shit like this, have the fucking balls to fucking rip the mask off and show your fucking face.
Well, that's what it's like. Like I'm sorry, like maybe this is a hot take, but in situations like this should be a murder charge, and you should all have conspiracy charges
Yeah.
alongside it, because you planned. Because it's one
It's
of those
sickening.
things. It's like you planned to do something harmful to this person. Now, did you plan on them dying? No, but you did plan to cause them harm. So
Yeah.
maybe at best I'll give you like manslaughter 1, right?
I just
Like, but you
it's
had conspiracy.
it drives me insane, the balllessness of and the audacity to sit there and you're gonna put this bullshit fucking costume on, get on your little phone, hit record, and then call somebody some shit just because you heard a message that you didn't even fucking substantiate. You're
Yeah.
literally just playing a game of telephone that's fucking harmful to fucking people.
I hope it never happens to you.
Yeah. Yeah, you better wish it never happens to you.
Like, it's so disgusting. Like
And
this
it
stuff
gets
actually
worse. That's
makes
the
me
thing.
angry.
Yeah. And this is just a whole community turned against him over what? Some people that actually conspired, like you said, to fucking want to cause harm to this guy and expose him just because, oh, he said I love you. Like he didn't even do anything
Yeah,
like
and then
sexual.
he fired me.
Yeah. Like
Like,
there was no sexuality implied with any of that stuff. Other than I want to marry you and I love you. That's all I saw.
No, we'll go after Dawson, right? Oh, he's just a scorned Mr. Beast ex-employee.
Yeah.
But this person literally drives somebody to commit suicide, but we'll look the other way,
Yeah.
right?
So full
Like,
detail, you followed me
d-
around 3 weeks ago.
Go ahead. Sorry.
no, I'm just like that was just like a disgusted groan. like how we will like slander some people,
Oh yeah.
but then we will literally sanctify and like
We
beatify
there's so many
these
people out there.
people like they're holy figures, like they're like Saint Marie or Saint Michael or
Yeah.
like some sort of like will sanctify these people.
Yeah.
What? Because they said,
They're
oh, this
fucking Mother
guy did say,
Teresa. Yeah.
yeah, this person said something like what mildly inappropriate to me, and then when you look into it, it's like, lol, no.
Yeah.
Like he even walked away from you.
Yeah, and
Like
it's
you
just
went
the
after
sickening,
him. That's
like
harassment.
the conspiring with your boyfriend. Like that's fucking disgusting in its own. Like you have that weird fucking type of a relationship. Are we not calling that out? Like that you're just, oh, we're gonna expose somebody by baiting them. And
Yeah.
it just really fucking bothers me that this guy had the fucking balls and the audacity to sit there and dress in this costume and say shit. I'll replay it, but and say the shit that he fucking says, and you don't even have the fucking balls to show your goddamn face.
Yeah, saying how Ghost always
If
gave
it
him an
was
ick
so
and how he deserved
bad,
to be
take
exposed by this.
take him to court.
Yeah, report it to the police. Let's stop fucking twisting words and contorting shit.
Let's stop with this cancel shit. Get some actual justice then. If what he did was so
And the
wrong.
police would have laughed. They would have laughed in your fucking face. Go, what
Well,
the fuck are you talking about?
That's why these fuckers do it, because you know what? For when you knowingly make a false police report, there's a crime for that. But on social media,
There's no
fuck all
implication.
happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we
Nobody
need
holds you
stricter
accountable.
laws like
Yeah.
this. We need stricter law, and I'm not talking about banned from the platform. I mean like banned from
Actual
life.
legal
Like-
processes and stuff like that. Yeah.
Like criminal charges, like banned from the internet, like legitimately, like like you would if you were a predator, because technically that's what you are. You're not a sex pest, but you are predatory when you're going to like
Yeah.
actively harass this person.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to talk about Inquisitor Ghost. I've seen a lot of proof about this cosplayer, this content creator that always gave me the ick. He always seemed over the top. So full of himself, he followed me around 3 weeks ago. I wasn't gonna lie, and he kept complimenting me like, you're the best, you're great and everything, so I followed him back because this friend of mine spoke to me about him. a week prior, and an LL2 about him credit.
Accusations kept pouring in as most people lacked background information or context regarding it. Ghost found himself inundated with direct messages and comments labeling him as essentially the worst person ever. All of this was getting to him severely, and he eventually completely wiped his Instagram. Ghost then went on TikTok Live, presenting a video of an empty, dimly lit room with a window late at night. The comments were turned off, preventing users from discussing the unfolding situation. Initially appearing empty, the room soon revealed signs of distress as someone attempted to break through the window, leaving viewers in the dark about what had gone on. A sense of panic ensued, accompanied by what seemed to be a person performing CPR just slightly out of the camera's view. Another individual who had broken in was seen on the phone. In Italian, a woman urgently demanded to call someone for help, while one of the video's participants confirmed that he was hanged here and questioned the whereabouts of the ambulance. This immediately sparked speculation among fans that Inquisitor had passed away.
Okay, so I was wrong. I thought this. No, it was the femboy kid that did the
With
shotgun.
the shotgun.
Yeah, so this guy hung himself. Like that is just.
It's still bad.
It's
Like
so
it's still a
fucking
form of like
awful.
It's like lethal self harm. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
This is so fucking awful.
As the person on the call guided them through the CPR process in an attempt to resuscitate him. Tragically, a few days later, Ghost was confirmed dead, and it became apparent he had hung himself on the live stream. News of Ghost's death would send a massive shockwave through the community, and everyone involved would immediately start getting insane backlash. AJ immediately made an apology, saying, "I want to apologize for what I've done. I didn't mean to hurt him. I went way too far with this."
oh
He didn't
yeah,
deserve
I
that,
didn't
and I know
mean
it's
to
too late.
kill him. Oops.
Yeah,
Oopsie doodle.
yeah, this fucking apology pissed me off when I saw it.
Hey, you know what? Here, hot take. Why don't you join him? Hot take.
Yeah, I
You
just,
know,
you know, I don't even know if that would be the solution. Like, I honestly, like, think that the only solution here is they should face fucking criminal charges.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. You know what? Be the one to actually like give precedence to the
Please,
law.
please
You can
stop
make up for
sending
your
me
sin
death
that way.
threats. Or please stop
Oh.
sending death threats to anyone that has been saying things about Inquisitor. Oh, like all of a sudden you guys didn't
Oh, like
deserve that
yourself?
shit?
Like yourself? Like the people you whipped into a frenzy?
Yeah.
Oh,
Jesus
oopsie doodle.
fucking
We didn't mean
Christ.
to scream fire and get everybody trampled. It's like
A person died.
what
Yeah, no, you
shit.
killed somebody. You
Yeah.
killed them.
A person died by your hand.
I hope one
Let's
day
add
you
that
can
part.
forgive me for my stupid actions. Oh, this shit's unforgivable.
Tell
I
that
hope.
to his fucking mom.
Yeah. I hope those parents never forget your names. And they never forget your faces and the shit that you've done to them.
Late to
I hope
apologize,
they
but I hope
sue
one day
you
you can.
fucking civilly.
Yeah, if they're able to, yeah, I'm 100% behind that.
Well, they should be actually. Like they should be. Like I don't know if there's any criminal. There's no criminal statutes, which I disagree on. But there's
Well,
definitely
like,
civil recourse they can
in
take.
this thing, it's an international thing because he was Italian. So you have a whole country, like, this is where you need, like, what you're talking about. You almost need, like, global legislation for this shit because it's borderless.
Yeah, there needs to be like, and I'm not all for like big government. I think a lot
Oh,
of
no, neither am
big
I.
government and shit like that. But I think there does need to be like a multinational agency for like
Yeah, this should fall right under
intercontinental
Interpol.
telecommunications. Yeah, yeah. I don't know why it doesn't. Why
Yeah.
this doesn't? Like it's because this is like literal misuse of international telecommunications.
Yeah.
To create a crime.
Yeah.
It literally is like
Conspiring to create can do harm. Yeah.
yeah, like what's the difference between if she would have called up somebody and said, "I'll give you like $500 to kill this dude in Italy"?
Well,
What's the difference?
what was
You
the
just whipped
fucking
up social
outcome?
media instead.
Do you remember
Like-
the case in Massachusetts? I don't remember the outcome for it, but the chick that like actively texted the dude while he was killing himself. And like she got charged.
Yeah.
I don't know if she got convicted, but like I know she got charged for that, but like yeah, that's the standard we need to hold people to. Like if you're coercing and then it's like, "Oh, sorry," like you said, "Oh, sorry, oopsie doodle." Like it no, that
there's no
doesn't
fucking
cover it.
doodle.
Yeah.
Yeah, like somebody had to bury their kid.
Yeah.
Like I'm sorry, like as a parent, if somebody ever would do that to my kid, you would hope that the law gets to you before I do.
Oh,
You would, because I
have
Take my kid
what
from me.
I've considered divine torture.
Yeah.
I have a set of things I would do if anything like this ever happened to a family member of mine, and all of them do not fall under cruel or unusual punishment.
Oh, mine do.
Mine are more
Uh-huh.
mine are more psychological punishment.
and everyone involved would immediately start getting insane backlash. AJ immediately made an apology, saying, I want to apologize for what I've done. I didn't mean to hurt him. I went way too far with this. He didn't deserve that, and I know it's too late to apologize, but I hope one day you can forgive me for my stupid actions. I'm sorry I got Tito, Keegan Mask, and Bravo07 involved as well. They don't deserve the hate I created. I'm sorry to every single one of you. I learned from my mistakes. Please just stop sending death threats to anyone that has been saying things about Inquisitor. Keegan would also post a pseudo-apology that honestly was more of a defense and walk back, but at least they acknowledged it, I guess, in some way, saying, I acted on what I thought was true, factual information from someone I trusted. At no point did I wish harm against Inquisitor, and it hurts me to hear the news of his passing. But I will not accept death threats, doxing, and false allegations on how I handled the situation. As I said, I acted on what I was to believe was factual information.
Oh, get the fuck over yourself. False allegations on how I handled the situation.
Yeah.
So what? You acted on stuff that you believed was true, but you did nothing to validate it.
Yeah.
From someone I had trusted. I've taken down all the posts regarding the situation, both out of respect for Inquisitor, as well as the emerging details that the allegations may have been false. I wanted to use my platform for good, to expose allegations to find a deeper truth. I never wanted it to escalate the way it has. Tito would make a video as well,
Then you
giving
need to
background to
start
those that were
learning
unaware.
fucking journalistic integrity if you're gonna use your platform for that.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you need to do a hell of a lot better than what you did.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I really don't know why my girlfriend would want to expose him with only that proof.
Unfortunately,
Stop being fucking little F-bombs and fucking hiding behind goddamn masks and shit. What is this bullshit? Fuck this. Show your face. You deserve to be fucking shown. We need to know who the fuck you are. You drove this person to kill themselves.
You're guilty of murder, in my opinion.
all these apologies came too late because none of them would fix what had already happened. And after waves and waves of backlash, all three of their accounts would either be banned or deleted from TikTok. Several news outlets began covering the story, and Ghost's father even responded to questions asking if he would be pressing charges. Look, I haven't understood anything for days. The Carabinieri have everything. I've already told them everything. They even seized his phone. Those in charge have all of the elements to get to the bottom of it. Besides, it's all already written on TikTok. There are even people who are apologizing and have basically admitted what they did. I'm certainly going to work to make sure that cyberbullying is talked about. I'm going to contact some associations with his friends. We want to do a fundraiser because kids need to be helped. It must never happen again. These influencers thought they were being vigilantes, but they martyred my son. Once things calmed down, various petitions and fundraisers emerged, aiming to support Ghost's family. Additionally, there were efforts to persuade Call of Duty to include him as a character skin in memory of his presence in the community. Although the latter never materialized, it's undeniable that he left a lasting impact. And today, the story of his death serves as a cautionary tale. Let's hope that in the future, his family members can remember him for the vibrant life he lived, and not for the unfortunate circumstances that led to his passing.
No, wait.
Like, he's pretty talented dude, too.
Yeah, we lost him
I
because
really
of the
want to thank you
fucking
all for the beautiful messages that every day
selfish
sent me
bitch on
saying that
social
I'm getting
media.
better,
Yeah, exactly.
laugh a lot when you watch my videos, which makes sense because I'm a clown. But still.
We are veering wildly off track. Please continue.